Well, we're back here doing another video after all, I guess. This time I want to do a video on HO scale AWDs, or just, that's just the railroad's automatic warning devices. That's what the railroad calls them. Basically, an HO scale railroad crossing set up from an outfit that not many people be familiar with. I actually first seen it on eBay. Wehonest, China. They, he's got, this is his card anyway. He's on eBay, but you see Walthers, you see Atlas. They make crossings and stuff like that. They're pretty expensive for the most part. But this guy here makes crossings as well, and he makes the circuitry for it. And on eBay, you can get it at a pretty reasonable price. He makes a lot of different things, block signals, whatnot, lamp posts, and all those kinds of things. But I wanted to, I looked online to try and find a review on Wehonest China signals, and there's really not much out there. So I want to just go over, if anybody's got questions, about this, we'll have a look at it right now, actually. So this is the stuff I've got. Adjust this camera here. Alright, here we go. So this came in the mail. This is, this is already built. This is already built by David and his company there. And it just ships pretty quick, actually. This here came in 2 weeks to Canada. It's tracked, the tracking and everything. Most things out of China aren't tracked, but this one was. And this is the circuitry here. What you've got here is so here we go. So here's your main board. There's your soundboard, because this thing came with a speaker. Soundboard's there. And this one here is your flasher board, this beige looking one. And so what I've done, actually, I don't have a train table. I'm working on a suspended train table. It's up in the air there, but there's no track on it. So I've made a little pizza box with a track to test this out. And I'll do that later on. We'll get it hooked up. But this here, you buy an adapter from this guy in China, from Wehonest China, and so far he's been pretty honest. I bought probably about 5 or 6 things from him, and he writes back. He's pretty decent. This doesn't come with instructions. You have to go online for his instructions on how to hook up. Not this. This is already done, like I said, but to hook up the lights and all that stuff. But what I've done here, this takes an AC adapter. Well, it's an AC. It's a wall adapter. Converts it to DC, obviously. Just normal barrel plug. But I don't want to have this on the train. I don't want a whole bunch of AC plugs that plug into the wall on my train table. So I just soldered positive on the center. I can see it there. Positive center, negative to the outside. And then I'll just hook it right to, my MRC Tech 3 transformer. I don't want, like I say, want a bunch of plugs. So this is the circuit board right here on plexiglass. These wires here, I already put them on. This is a photosensitive, light sensitive resistor, like, pretty typical. Goes in the track, and the train goes over, it gets dark, it comes on, kind of like those night lights. And then here's the actual. Now normally this thing comes with standard signals, the post with the lights and then the railroad crossing on it. But David, I asked him if he would switch them and give me these older style from like the 60s, because it's gonna come out of an old branch line. When I do this train table, it's gonna be a branch line, and it's gonna go to like a grain elevator, so it's gonna be like weeds in the track, and just something basic. This is, there you go. This is I gotta try and get this aimed here. Right, here we go. So this is what you get. And now these are pretty realistic. I mean, this whole set here cost about $80 Canadian. This here is, it's pretty detailed, I think, for the most part. It might not be as detailed as Walther's mainline buildings or Atlas or whatever, but it's pretty good. This has got 5 wires. As you can see, I've color coded them because it was a nightmare to try and figure out where they go on this flasher board. But I managed to do that last night, so it doesn't take so long to figure out today. So, yeah, so this is what you get. This, And here's your speaker. There's a little speaker that plugs onto that. It gives you some extensions here for these wires here for your crossings, and then extensions for the photosensitive resistor that goes in the track. These are just some other things about. Here's a lamp posts. That's something I bought. Here's a little dwarf signal. You know, when you're coming out of sidings. I got some extra resistors for some things that don't have resistors on them that he didn't do when he built them. That's for lampposts. But these things here, all you do with the crossing, which we want to focus on today, is just we're going to connect it to the circuit board. So I got these. Normally you get, you know, you don't get the ones like this. You just get this, you know, without this top part. But David was good to switch them around. Yeah, because these are more money. These are more money than the ones that come with the circuit board, and he didn't charge me any extra for these ones here. So what I'm gonna do is get all this hooked up, and we'll show you how it. I mean, this video is just to show people, you know, what you're getting for $80 and if it's worth spending the money on it. And yeah, we'll get it all hooked up, and we'll come back and we want to get that pizza box, and we'll see what it actually looks like and how it actually works. So here we go. Alright, we're back. We've got the crossings all in. Just it's a makeshift. It's just for the review. And so a pizza box there, and we've got some track glue, hot glue down, and just spray painted the road just quickly. It's for a review. And the circuitry is mounted underneath it. We'll show you that here in a little bit. But so we got the light sensitive resistors. Yep. Oh, there it goes. There's me see my finger there. So what we've got here is a light sensitive resistor mounted pretty close, because I want the car to be able to pass. If I have it way out here, I need more than one car, or else it won't work good for this demonstration. But I'll bring the camera up so you can see the top of it here. But this is the basics. So I got these mounted. They give you nuts. These things are these are metal, by the way. These things are all metal. It's not cheap plastic. That's cheap metal, I guess, instead. But anyway, and it's brass threaded at the bottom, and you just run your wires and your resistors through, which you'll see. I'll show you. And you use the nut and you fasten it up to the bottom of the cardboard or your train table or whatever. And I just drilled some holes, cut out some holes for the resistors that are pretty sensitive. And this one comes with a bell. The speaker's mounted inside. You can adjust the volume. You can adjust the sounds. You can even adjust the rate at which these things flash. You know, if you're making like the modern crossings, they flash a little bit faster back and forth. But this is the older style. So I got it flashing a little bit slower, more for what's suited for this era. So we'll run this. Excuse me here. We'll run this freight car over it. As if it's a train table here. And let's have a look. There you go. Look at that. Eh? Not bad for $80. Like I said, it's these things aren't probably made to blueprints like the Authors or Atlas or whatever, but they're pretty realistic looking, and you know, it depends what you want to spend money on. I remember in a Trains magazine, or not Trains, maybe one of the model railroad or railroad craftsman periodicals years ago, they talked about the locomotives as being the main characters. Yeah, people will spend more money on those, more detail. The freight cars being kind of like a secondary character, like in a movie, and then the train table being a stage. And you know, I mean, depending on what a good train table will make your trains look good. But you know, I mean, if you're gonna have a whole pile of crossings, you might not want to spend $300 for a set of crossings. So yeah, this is an alternative. If you have a nice spot on your layout where you want it to take photos, go with one of those Authors ones. But this isn't too bad. I'm gonna show you the inside. Get the building off here, and you can see kind of the circuitry. You see, I may have to raise the camera up a bit. I've got it mounted. I got it hooked to a 9-volt battery, Here we go. Just instead of lugging the transformer out, and yeah, let's adjust this camera here. Yeah, sorry about the jerkiness here. Okay, so this is what we got. Here we go. Don't want to jerk it around too much. You might need to get gravel. Anyway, so this is what you got. So here's your, you can adjust the sounds by pressing these two buttons. And we need some kind of a pointer here. Where's my pointer? Here we go. Okay, so you can adjust this. It even sounds like a rooster or whatever you want. Different kinds of sounds here. But here's the zoom in. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to move this camera. Hang on a minute. I want everybody to see what you're getting here, so these adjust as different sounds. Put my finger over this. Alright, here we go. You can also adjust the volume. So you can press these. I mean, you can have that if you want your turntable.
Your attention, please.
There's the bell that I want right there, but not in that sequence, so. Nah, we'll keep that one. It's just.
Your attention, please.
Yeah, that's good like that. Okay. Alright, so there's changes the sounds. This here apparently adjusts the volume. Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's see. Like I say, this is the soundboard. There you go. Yeah, it's not so bad. Anyway, so that's your soundboard. And this is kind of where I had to color code everything here. It's not too, but I said it was a nightmare, but it's not too bad. It just takes a little bit of figuring out. I didn't realize you had to use both these sides and up here for these. This is where you can adjust the flashing rate. Here, hang, let's have a look and see. Okay, so let's see if you can see. See, it's slow, pretty slow there. It's kind of, let me zoom out here. Alright, let's adjust it here. Sorry you can't see it while I'm adjusting it. Speed it up. There you go. There. There, see, it's a little bit faster, so you can adjust that. So you can adjust things on this. So it's not too bad for, like I said, the money. I think that's pretty much it, though. Like I said, he has block signals. This guy. Trying to think. I don't think there's anything else to mention on here. If there is, I don't know what it is right now. Like I said, I just got this, so I'm just kind of farting around with it myself here. But it's not too bad of a system. Yeah, sorry about here. Here we go. So that's what you get anyway. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they do some funky stuff. And also, too, the 9-volt batteries, it's not quite enough power once it starts dying down. It's really a 12-volt system. But the whole point of this review is to kind of show you what you get for that money. And I'm going to show you a top view. I never really did show you much view of that. But I think one thing they could do better is make a little bit smaller resistors. You have to really cut away at your track. And they stick up a bit. This is just for demonstration. I wouldn't leave them sticking up like that if this was my train table. But they could be a little bit smaller, I think. That's the only thing. But he does give you extensions, so you know if this is going to be a main line, you can real high speed main line, you can have your resistors out here, and you can actually add more resistors. So you can get a Y connector for these. I say the resistor, I mean the photo resistors. For these sensors, you can get a Y connector. You can have two of them, four, three, from what I gather on a website anyway. So you can have them spread out further, and if you're doing only having a locomotive and a freight car, you can have more of them spaced out so that you know, it's appropriate for the length of the train. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. Not too bad, really, for what you're getting. 80 bucks Canadian, and the one without a speaker is a little bit cheaper. I think it's like 53 or something. The one with gates, there's gates, you can get gates and servos. They're a little bit more money, obviously, and they are about 150 Canadian there. So anyway, yeah, see that, those darn resistors sticking up, but yeah. Anyway, I hope this review helped, because there really isn't much about Wehonest China, but you know, but they're really not too bad. So yeah, if look on eBay. He does have a website that's not on eBay, but the eBay one's the best one to go through, I found. I hope this helped, and like and subscribe if you like this video, and you folks take care.